Let me also get in my guests on the show this evening. I'm joined by Jay Mrug. He's a psephologist. Tushar Gupta is a political analyst. Pratim Ranjan Bose, senior journalist and columnist. And Ramiz Makhdoumi is a senior journalist, also joining us on the broadcast. Good evening. Namaskar to all of you. Jay Mrug, let me start with you. What's also interesting when we heard those voices, and I'm sure all of you could hear them, the concerns of the voters on ground, has been very, very localized issues, whether it's pollution, transport. There's, of course, employment concern. That remains a major issue across all regions in the country. But in Delhi, more so, do you think that, there is that awareness that local issues need to take precedence over national issues, and that difference remains in a general election?
I would look at it in a broader framework. It is like Maslow's hierarchy. There's a pyramid of hierarchy that Maslow suggested, the great sociologist. Now, people, even in the democracy, are maturing and moving up the pyramid. So, what was indeed noteworthy of observation was that one of the respondents on the ground said कि भाई बिजली पानी free का क्या करूँ, उसका थोड़ा पैसा देंगे तो भी चलेगा. But these other ABC, XYZ things need to improve. Means somewhere in Maslow's pyramid, he's gone up, right? And that's what was visible among all the respondents, that they were going up, they were asking for something better to do with the quality of their life. They referred to inflation, they referred to pollution. So I think this is but a natural uptick in the voters' preference. And as we go ahead, we are going to see more and more such voters talking beyond freebies. I think the headline of that entire set of interviews that Nikhil just took was people looking at quality of life, number one, people willing to look beyond freebies, number two. I think those are the real two takeaways from that conversation.
Let me come to you now. We heard one of the voices not being very happy with the AAP government in Delhi, saying that what will we do? We are not getting the free electricity and water and all of that, and that remains a concern. But as opposed to that, what's the BJP offering at a local level? You've got the BJP candidates going on ground campaigning, but they're talking about national security and other concerns. But at the end of the day, this also matters, doesn't it? The on-ground local concerns of the people.
No, look, if you're talking about Delhi, one of the problems that the Delhi residents have been facing for the last 10 years is the continuous tussle between the centre and the state government. And this tussle has been one side. Arvind Kejriwal, for reasons best known to him, has been too stubborn when it comes to working with the centre. We were talking about the infra issues, which one of the people speaking to your report also cited. I'll give you a very simple example, the RRTS, which will be very, very instrumental in decongesting Delhi. We already have the first stretch underway from Delhi to Meerut. A couple of other stretches from Delhi to Panipat and Alwar were coming up, and the sanctions had to be given, the funds had to be released. Who was that one chief minister of the 4 states that was hesitant to release the funds until the Supreme Court nabbed him? It was Arvind Kejriwal. He himself is not interested in Delhi's infrastructure and its expansion, and that is now harming Delhi's prospects. Even if you're talking about the local issues, let's talk about pollution. We all keep talking about pollution every year in the winter months, but nothing has really worked. Aam Aadmi Party has been in power in Punjab for the last 2 years now. This is the 3rd year they're in power. They've not found a solution to stubble burning. Since 2013 until 2022, for a decade almost, they used to claim that this is the doing of the Congress government, this is the doing of the Akali government, we have a solution, we have all the scientific methods. Come 2022, they have done absolutely nothing. So the people also see through. And I'll talk to you about the freebies also, Shreya. Do you know when Arvind Kejriwal took over in 2013, the debt of the Jal board was 20,000 crore rupees, which could have been surfaced if the revenues were increased? Pretty simple. Now in 2022 rather, the debt of the Delhi Jal board has exceeded 74,000 crore rupees. That's very, very dangerous. And you talk to any commercial establishment in Delhi, since we're on local issues, talk to any commercial establishment. They have one complaint against Arvind Kejriwal, that we are being charged very, very highly for electricity rates. That is how the free electricity in Delhi is happening, by killing the ease of business, by increasing the cost of doing business, by charging more to the commercial establishments. So to answer your question, if the people are now looking at Kejriwal versus Modi, I'm not even getting into the numbers right now. If they're looking between Kejriwal and Modi, they see a man who's indulged in corruption, whose entire party is indulging in corruption, but more importantly, before all that, he wasn't willing to work with the center. You remember Sheila Dikshit. Sheila Dikshit, for the 10 years or for whatever duration she was running Delhi, she was working with the center. So any chief minister in Delhi, anyone, it could be a BJP, Congress, or even an Aam Aadmi Party CM, they need to work with the center. Arvind Kejriwal, unfortunately, hasn't demonstrated that capability.